Webflow has updated their developers platform, putting all things developers in one place.
Command AI.
The site is really nice. Look at this animation. I'm a sucker for this. This hover effect, it's really, really, really nice, really fun. There is like a football you can play. So yeah.
Which is actually really hard.
Well, this is what you do when you have too many tokens. So like I can copy this, npm install Webflow CLI. What is this? What can I do with this?
So Webflow CLI allows you to basically manage aspects of your Webflow website from the command line. So you can publish a website, click on CLI, you can do all this sort of stuff that it shows you there. So quite a nice, you can manage sites, assets, forms, things like this, CMS content, you can do all that sort of stuff. The API will allow you to do a lot of this stuff too. So you can, not all of it, but a lot of it the API will allow you to do, which, what I was going to go on to say, which in turn is what the MCP allows you to do. Manage sites, take pages down, it's all just different. You know, you're not going to use all of these things, but there'll be certain things you just like, you prefer the CLI or you prefer the MCP or whatever. So there's just a lovely choice of tools that allow you to interact with your website.
Can I tell Claude to use the CLI?
The MCP, yes, you can. Yeah, you can ask Claude to use the CLI. Probably doesn't know much about it. You're probably gonna have to use some sort of like skill or download the source code if that's available. I'm not too sure.
You can copy it. Here, this is what's really interesting. You can there we go. Download or like copy everything here with at Webflow at developers.webflow.com as MD files.
There we go. So then you can teach Claude how to use the CLI. All the agent's doing is doing stuff that you can already do either through the CLI, through the SDK, or through the API. That's all the agent is doing for you. So different ways to interact with your website. On top of that as well, you've got things like DevLink and code components and Webflow Cloud and apps. So these are what would you even describe them as? Like tools that take advantage of Webflow features. Rather than managing your website, you can build code components from the command line. So not in the Webflow UI, outside of the Webflow UI. So I do wonder what the difference is between, and there is, I'm sure if I sat down and scratched my head, what the difference is between code components and DevLink. Because code components are React components, or also DevLink is. So, are they going to replace DevLink with code components? Are they going to keep them? There must be a reason why you would use one or the other.
So the idea with DevLink is you create it in Webflow and then export it from Webflow to an external React app. Where the designer is the source of the truth, as with code components, it's the other way around. But these are getting, as you guessed right, these are getting like really, it's like the mixed and foggy between them, because we already have also AI component gen, the naming.
Yeah. So that's just a way of creating code components, but through the Webflow interface. But
exactly.
Yeah. You'd think that they would abstract the technologies a little bit and just give you one DevLink API, let's call it, and then actually, if you're as a designer, if you say want to push your component down, you don't necessarily care whether it's code component or DevLink. You're just like, I push my component and my developer can pick that up, sort of thing. Yeah. That all being said, it's separate as it currently is, but this hub gives you the ability just to learn about it and learn how to use those sorts of things. And obviously, if you dig in, it will probably give you a good better, clear definition than what we've done about what those two separate, why they're separate, basically. And then of course, like the marketplace apps as well, which is the other one. So just an all-in-one place that, as a developer, that you're not really concerned with the Webflow side of things. You live in your IDE, you live in your terminal, and you can do things or publish things to your Webflow website to enable the team, basically. So the amount of effort that's gone into this hub shows that they're keen to support developers. It felt like for a moment that they were with Webflow Cloud, it just didn't feel like it was getting the love that it needed. Whereas I feel like this puts a little bit of a spotlight on Webflow Cloud, which, by the way, is really good. It's a really good technology. I don't know how many people are using it, but it can be very, very useful. People just don't know about it. This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Command AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.
Command AI.